guys, it's Mr. Creed here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the Transformers Animated Legacy United Deluxe Class Autobot Bumblebee. Now, before we get started, please make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure to turn on post notifications so that way you guys don't miss any uploads that I do. And I really hope you guys are excited for this video. So without further ado, let's get started. When I first saw the first promotional images of Bumblebee, let me just say that I was super duper excited. Finally, a Transformers animated Bumblebee that I could have in my collection. Please, I've always wanted one, and the fact that he was going to be shown soon in stores, I was really excited. Now, I'm gonna let you guys know right now, I was not like a super duper huge fan of the Transformers animated show, but I did enjoy it. I did like it. Did I like it as much as TFP? No, but I did enjoy this show. I've always wanted a Transformers animated Bumblebee in my collection, so the fact that he was finally here, I was super excited. Thank you again so much, TF Collector, for sending me this figure. I am super thankful. Is this figure worth the hype? Is this figure worth $25? Is this figure bigger or smaller in person? Without further ado, let's review the Transformers Legacy United Autobot Bumblebee. Taking a closer look at this figure here, you can see the nice beautiful detail on the head sculpt. I do like the light blue for the eyes that they use there. Do got some nice silver for the face. I like that a lot. Also do love the Autobot symbol there in the middle of the chest area. I really do enjoy that. You can see the nice beautiful yellow just detail around the figure. Honestly, not that much detail going on the arms other than just painted black biceps and then yellow for the forearms. I do like the nice silver for the wheels though. The back is not bad whatsoever. I'm glad that they compressed this as much as they could. It does make the back look very flush. We got the nice red for the light bulb there. As of course in the show he does have a red light bulb, which is pretty cool. In the back you can see, you know, this is the front of the car as you can tell, but there's nothing more you can do other than hide it. Mainly a lot of people have been talking about the clear plastic on this figure and how much clear plastic there is. And yeah, there is a lot, I'm not gonna lie, which does kind of worry me when, you know, transforming this figure. But all in all, I think it does look great. He doesn't look that bad at all. And honestly, it does look kind of accurate to the show, which I do enjoy. Again, this is my first ever Transformers animated Bumblebee. Now, this figure did come with a few accessories, so let's take a look at that now. Now, take a look at his accessories here. We do have his two blasters that he does come with, and this is where the see-through clear blaster, you can definitely see a lot of it there. I'm gonna take a look at one. But again, do got some nice blue for the weapon there. I do like that. It's like a little lightning energon type blaster thing. Got some nice see-through detail there. Again, do have some clear plastic. It is kind of like a darkish gray color. It does look good. It's just I'm afraid that I may accidentally drop it, step on it on accident, and then it breaks, and then what am I supposed to do? His hand already does have a open hand there, and on the blaster you will have a peg right there. All you're simply gonna do is just plug it in like so. For honestly, seeing him hold his two blasters, I do really enjoy, because again, a lot of figures that we've been getting lately only have one blaster, and that's roughly about it. So the fact that he has two makes him look even cooler, which Legacy, I do enjoy you doing that, so thank you so much. I think the two blasters make him do look 10 times better with him. If he only had one, to make him look a little bit iffy, but the fact that he can hold two is freaking awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this Bumblebee is freaking small, and I have comparisons to prove it. For my first comparison, here we do have the Legacy Bumblebee next to the Transformers Rise of the Beast Studio Series Bumblebee. That we can see the slight comparison there. And yeah, seeing these two, you can tell that there's a huge height difference, but nevertheless, I do think they both do look really good together. One from the animated and one from the live action. So the fact that I finally have a live action Bumblebee next to the Transformers animated Bumblebee is really cool and really sick, and I do like how they both do look together. For my next size comparison, here we have Transformers animated Bumblebee next to the Deluxe, what used to be my smallest Deluxe in my collection, actually Jazz. That we can see how they both do look there. And yeah, you can see that Bumblebee is actually small. Like, I wish I was just playing around when I say that he's small. No, he's actually small. He's actually a fun size, but nevertheless, they both do look good, and this is how they both would compare if they both saw each other. But nevertheless, guys, this guy is freaking small. And for my last size comparison, that way you can see how small he actually is. Here is Legacy Bumblebee next to the core class Noah Diaz. That way you can see how they both do look there. And yeah, Noah Diaz is almost roughly around there, but I wish, again, that I was just joking around, but no, he's actually small. But nevertheless, I think they both do look good. Here he is next to an AirPod case, a stick of cheese, this lemon bottle, and this core class Shockwave. Yeah, he's small. You know what's a problem when core class Shockwave is roughly around the same size as you? For the articulation, the head is on a ball joint, roughly a ball joint. He can look up that far, which is really far, and he can look roughly around down that far. His head can go forward and back, which gets a little bit annoying, but it does tab in, so it's not that bad. His arm can move out, bicep swivel, bend at the elbow, and he does have a wrist swivel, so that's pretty cool for a deluxe. His arm can go up and down as well, but that's pretty much more for the transformation. He does have a waist swivel, so that's pretty cool for a deluxe. His leg can move out roughly around that far, and it can go back roughly around that far, which is pretty good. He does have a thigh swivel. He does have a beautiful bend at the knee, and he does have somewhat of an ankle pivot, but if you pop it out, he does have more of a beautiful ankle pivot. The posability on this figure is not that great as I thought he was going to be. This Bumblebee doesn't have that much posability I thought it was going to have, even though it's a deluxe, even though he has a wrist swivel, he has a waist swivel, he has a beautiful bend at the knee. It's just something's off with this figure. And again, maybe it's because he's undoubtedly small, so everything is compressed, but it is what it is. There's nothing more I can do. The posability is just not that great. Alrighty guys, I think it's time. I think it's time for me to transform him into, it's honestly really cool looking alternate mode. I can't wait for this. I really hope it's show accurate, so here it is. Boys, when I tell you this thing is small, but it looks freaking awesome. It looks accurate to how it did in the show, which I do love. This is worth it, dude. It looks awesome in the vehicle mode. Yeah, this thing is small, but it looks awesome as well. I do love the little stripe that they went for it. I love how accurate that is. Do got that nice Autobot symbol there for the top, and including that red light bulb in the front. You do got some nice painted detail for the headlights there. I do love that a lot. And then again, here we do have the clear plastic here that I was worried about when transforming this figure. I am afraid whenever I transform clear plastic figures, because I'm afraid that they're gonna break on me. Even though this thing was a little bit of a pain, but for a first time transforming it, it is going to be a pain, of course. It doesn't change the fact that I do like the transformation. It's simple, it's easy, and I do quite like it. Now the back, I do wish there was at least like painted taillights, at least red. I think that would have made it 100 times better, but nevertheless, I think it still does look awesome. Yeah, I do like this a lot, and he does roll very, very, very well, which I do enjoy them doing. Now, a cool little feature about this figure is you can place the blasters in the back. That way, it can make it look like he has rocket boosters. Basically, there's going to be a hole on each side, and of course, there's going to be a peg right here on the back, on the bottom of the weapon, and you're simply just going to plug it in, and there you go. Now it makes him look like he has nitro boosters. Or if you wanted to, you can place the blaster looking forward, so that way it makes it look like he's actually shooting something. But alrighty guys, I think it's time for me to give my overall review and my overall grade on this figure. I love the paint app on this figure a lot. I do love the vehicle mode. I kind of like the robot mode as well. Even though he is a very tiny figure, he is mighty as well. And of course, he is Bumblebee, which I do love. But here's my overall review and my overall grade on this figure. Alrighty guys, there you go. There you have your review, the Transformers Animated Legacy United Deluxe Class Autobot Bumblebee. Now, what are my overall thoughts on this figure? I think this figure for a deluxe, it's really good. There are some cons with this figure, like, well, any other figure that I've ever reviewed, but this one, I just wish that this figure did more. Now, one thing that really shocked me was how small this figure was. He's barely as tall as a core class, and this figure is worth $25. But nevertheless, I do think this figure is really good. I think the posability on this figure is not that great, but the paint apps on this figure are amazing. I love the alternate mode. So for that, I do have to give this figure a solid 8 out of 10. Yes, an 8 out of 10 on this figure is really good. There's just a couple things that I really don't like about this figure, so let's talk about them. Now, my first con with this figure is going to have to be the transformation. The reason why I say the transformation is because since the figure is super small, everything feels so condensed and everything feels super cluttered. Even when you're done with the alternate mode, it looks really good. Not all the tabs want to stay into place. I tried putting force, but not too much force because I was afraid I was gonna break the clear plastic. I do wish the tabs really all did stick in together, but nevertheless, at the end, I think the alternate mode looks freaking fantastic. My second con is gonna be probably lack of paint as well. I do wish this figure did have a little bit more paint. Now, I know it's so accurate, I completely understand, but I do wish like the taillights were painted, but those are like little nitpicks of mine. Not really like a huge deal breaker. I do wish this figure was more posable too, just a little bit more, but it is what it is, I guess. Is it like the best one ever? No, but it is still good enough to be a good figure. Is this my favorite version of Bumblebee? No. Does it do a good job representing Bumblebee how he did in the show? Yes, again, I want you guys to know that this figure is good. It's not great, it's not fantastic, but it's good enough to where I think you guys will be satisfied with this figure. But alrighty guys, I think this is it for me. If you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure to turn on post notifications so that way you guys don't miss any uploads that I do. And I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. Is this the best Bumblebee in my collection? No, but it is still a good Bumblebee to mess with, to play around with, and I can't wait to get Transformers Animated Optimus Prime. I am really excited for that one, and a huge announcement on February 9th, this Friday, so make sure to stay tuned. Other than that, it's been Prime as a creator. Remember to stay calm and keep moving on, so I'll make sure to see you guys on the next one till all are one. Bye!